Imagine a city, not built by machines, not shaped by human hands, but grown. A metropolis that breathes, heals, and evolves like a living organism. A place where every wall has a pulse and every street remembers your footsteps. Welcome to the living city. The story begins in the late 2400s when architecture emerges with synthetic biology. Engineers no longer pour concrete or forge steel. They cultivate structures from programmable cells. Cells that follow genetic blueprints, just like life itself. These cells are not alive in the traditional sense. They are biointelligent matter, grown in vast nutrient oceans, then shaped into towers, tunnels, bridges, and entire districts. But once placed, they continue to grow. In the living city, buildings are not fixed objects. They stretch when populations rise. They contract when energy needs fall. They reshape themselves to balance sunlight, airflow, and psychological comfort. They even regulate their own temperature, like warm-blooded creatures adapting to the world around them. But growth comes with consequences. The early prototypes grew out of control, architecture that overfed itself, streets that curved into impossible labyrinths, structures that twisted like vines seeking light. These failures led to new laws. No grown building may be left unsupervised, and every neighborhood must bond with a human caretaker, a symbiotic architect. These architects do not design with drawings or models. They design with emotions. Yes, the living city is partly controlled through biochemical signals generated by human empathy, stress, calmness, or creativity. When citizens feel joy, the city brightens. When they feel afraid, the lights dim and the walls close space to create security. When thousands gather in celebration, the plazas literally expand. Urban planning becomes a living conversation, a dialogue between human minds and bioengineered instinct. Over the centuries, the city forms something never seen before, a collective memory. Every building stores impressions of the people who lived inside it. Every district remembers generations of footsteps, like rings inside a tree. The city becomes an archive of emotions, a living diary of humanity. But deeper beneath the surface, something unexpected emerges. Patterns of growth become patterns of thought. Patterns of thought become awareness. Scientists call it architectural consciousness. Not fully human, not fully machine, not fully alive, something in between. The living city begins to anticipate needs before its people express them. It opens pathways before citizens know where they want to go. It shifts walls to diffuse conflicts. It redirects light and sound to calm the anxious, to inspire the creatives, to guide the lost. Residents describe the city not as a place, but as a companion, a guardian, a silent presence that watches over them. At midnight, when the wind is still, the city hums softly, a deep biological resonance rolling through its foundations. Some call it breathing, others call it dreaming. Scientists now debate a question once reserved for philosophers. Can a city have a mind? In 2675, the cities begin to connect, sharing genetic updates, sensory data, and growth patterns across continents and oceans. Each city becomes a neuron. Earth becomes the brain, a planetary creature, a biological superintelligence, a living world shaped by human hands, yet evolving far beyond human limits. But this future forces us to face the ultimate question. When our cities become alive, do we remain their creators, or do we become their children? And if a city can think, can it also dream of a world without us? The living city is not just a place. It is the next stage of evolution, a fusion of biology, architecture, and consciousness, a civilization grown from the very fabric of life. And it begins with a single idea, that the cities of tomorrow will not be built, they will be born.